especially for you and you and you and you and you. Paul and I had been talking about doing a project together for some time, but with modern life being what it is and time sort of marching along as it does, we kind of needed a starting point. And so we put in a proposal to the NAC for funding to write some music together. And as part of this original inception, we decided we needed to do at least a concert, or perhaps even a series of concerts, where we presented this new music publicly. And this developed a life of its own. It was then funded by Mino, and it became a tour of the universities and townships of South Africa.
Firstly, I thought the gigs were initially putting too much pressure on myself and Dave. The schedule was too full, and it was incredibly full. But what happened was that the songs in our repertoire got subjected to different treatment all along the path of the 2 or 3 weeks that we were out there. And that's really a cool thing, because if the backbone of a song is strong, it can be subjected to all kinds of different treatments. And if the song can come out intact, then it's a good song, I believe.
One of the features of this tour from the very outset was that rather than just traveling around the country playing our music for people, we were actually going to do something a little different. We were going to connect with various communities and to perform at music centers and do workshops there and do something kind of more interactive. And we also didn't travel with a band. We connected with various musicians along the way, and so each instance, each workshop, each performance, it became a kind of a jam session at a human level. It became a kind of it had a story to it. And one of the musicians that we worked with in our Durban leg of the tour was Prince Bulo.
The experience meeting Paul and Dave, well, knowing that they are extremely accomplished musicians and people who have been in the game for a while, well-known people, well-respected individuals, coming to town and then meeting us was, I wouldn't say intimidating, but something to look forward to. It's like, oh, these guys are in town and you know who they are. They don't know who you are, but you know who they are, and you get to meet these guys and they are so as well welcoming, so humble individuals, and they don't, I mean, I'm obviously was the youngest of the band, but none of that was expressed. It wasn't like, you're the youngest of the, you must carry my drums or you must carry my steel pans, you know, that kind of thing. They came there and there were such humble musicians and they treated me as professionally, you know, as they would treat anybody else, and we had a great time, definitely. I feel it is important for the students to be in a different environment with different people, which they don't normally see and won't see again for another long while, to just instill like a new sort of love for the work.
You heard what he said? He wants to play a piece of this song that we just played for you. He wants to play a part of it again, because he felt that what he was doing wasn't quite right. Did anyone notice that? Did it sound like a perfect song to you? Okay, because for him, he says it was very imperfect. There was a part where it felt like it wasn't even a song at all. It just felt like a mess, a complete ball of notes which wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't together with me and Frank. We were in different places in the song. I was in Grassy Park and he was in Muizenberg. Close, but no cigar. He wants to be in the same place at the same time with me, and so we're gonna, and with Frank. All three of us. Wherever we go, we're on one bus. That's a nice way to travel.
I would say the most exciting thing about the youth of South Africa at the moment is their ability to be hands-on and their ability to be active in whatever it is that they do. And to see them coming to the workshops and to experience, you know, that hands-on live thing, which they also acquainted to in one capacity or the other, maybe in their marching bands, whether in their church bands, and then see it from a different sort of light with different musicians who come into town. Because I think that's what encourages them as well, is that it's good to go to school, yes it is, but they want to see the practical side of it. They want to see hands-on, they want to come to the workshop and they want to touch the drums, they want to touch the bass, they want to know what it sounds like when you actually play the instrument. And that's been exciting to see, the amount of enthusiasm.
For me, the most exciting part is the passion of both the teachers and the students. I come from Germany originally. I've been teaching there as well, and there you've got this sort of well of society syndrome that the kids you get, for them music is one hobby out of many. The kids here, for most of them, it's the only thing they do and the only thing they really love doing. Most of them are absolutely passionate about the music. Especially the teachers as well, of course. They've been putting years and years of unpaid work into this, and this whole atmosphere here is that thing that has made me stay.
while on tour, we had a really moving experience in Grahamstown in the Eastern Cape region of South Africa. We did a workshop at Rhodes University where we were asked to focus on composition as well as some general aspects of music making. And one of the people attending the workshop was Ushim Hutchinson, the 3-year-old daughter of Daniel Hutchinson, who teaches music at a school in Grahamstown.
So he brought Ushim to the workshop and she wanted to play with us, and so she had these 2 little metal chimes which she wanted to play, so she came to sit on the edge of the stage while Mark Doobie, Lloyd Martin, Dave and myself were playing. And because the 2 notes that she was limited to were D and A, I chose to start playing like an Eastern Cape thing at 12/8, just a groove, you know. And she played with us, and that was the birth of a tune which Dave has called Ushim's Chimes, to really say in the simplest way what the fountain of that song is all about.
That's the hardest part, so I'm giving it to you the hardest part first, so you can cough and choke and splutter and then swallow it and feel it's not too bad. Yeah. Bum, bum, sh, bum.
Yeah, it was just nice to know that there was this healthy interest from young people.